So we looked at the numbers, and during the 3 previous years, 4 homicides in the downtown area. 10 months of this year, 4 homicides in the downtown area. Any indication as to why the numbers have come up so much in such a short period of time?
Well, I think there are 2 things. One, I think you have to look at crime in its totality throughout the city. Both crime and homicides are down throughout the city. There were 4 instances that happened in the downtown neighborhood, which is just one of 79 neighborhoods in the city. 3 of those we've got arrests and made arrests. In all of those cases, the individuals knew their attackers or knew their assaulters, except one. One was at a bar in the Queens Landing. They walked outside and got into a fight and used a knife. One individual was talking to his assailant on the telephone and arguing over a wallet, and he was shot. And the last one, 4 individuals were in a car arguing about a spilled beer, got out in the middle of Market, started fighting. One of them lost the fight and was unhappy with it, went to the car and got a gun and shot one of his friends. So that's what's happening. The 4th incident started in St. Louis County. They followed each other into a car in the city, exchanged shots. They're not cooperating with us. We have a lot of information about that, but we don't have the essential witness that we need to put that case to rest.
But isn't that the case in most murders where the victim and the perpetrator know each other?
Exactly.
So what's different about this? Why make an effort to mention that in the relationships between the accused and the victim?
Well, I think it's always important to understand the motives behind a homicide. The 2 number 1 driving factors are drugs and domestic relationships. In most cases in the city, individuals know their assailants. So there were 4 instances that happened in the downtown neighborhood. Throughout the city, we have far fewer homicides this year compared to last year. So I think you always have to look at the totality. If there was a symptom in the 4th district, downtown, in that neighborhood, we would be addressing it. There were 4 instances that were not related at all, not connected at all, and in all 4 cases, the victims knew their assailants and knew their attackers.
Are you arguing this is a fluke?
What I'm arguing is that we have to look at it in its totality. We spend a lot of resources downtown, like we do in other parts of the city. We do hotspot policing. We go into the neighborhoods where there are problems. We've been in the downtown neighborhood with bike patrols. We've seen increased presence around the World Series. There's a soccer game on Monday, Bosnia versus Argentina. We'll have additional resources down here. We've worked with the Downtown Partnership on Washington Avenue. They've paid for supplemental patrols. We've done a lot of things to make sure that crime is down in downtown St. Louis. Since 2009, overall crime in downtown is down 23%. Violence is down 35%. So those strategies are having an impact. And
less than overall in the city. Why do you think that's the case?
Downtown neighborhood is down more than the rest of the city overall. I think when you look at one neighborhood, one of 79, those decreases are pretty significant. So I don't think you can discount those. Some neighborhoods contribute some a little bit more than others. I think what I always do, and when I talk about crime, is instead of looking at a 1-year comparison, year to year, I think you have to look at an overall trend. A 5-year is a good trend for us. We look at that. In all of the major categories, we're trending down in crime over a 5-year period. We'll have an occasional month that goes up or something like that, but crime is down 46% since 2006 in the entire city. Violence is down. We had 113 homicides last year. We're under that right now, and I hope that number continues.
How do you explain rapes tripling in this neighborhood within the last few years?
I think what you have to do is, and we've sent out a press release early on in the year, in January, and said that the FBI had changed the definition of rape, not just in St. Louis, but around the country, to be more inclusive. Not that we weren't counting crimes before, but it's a category that picks up crimes that happen in other categories. In January, we sent out a press release and said if we applied those coding rules to crimes that happened last year, we'd have about 135 more rapes this year reported. We were catching them as sexual assaults, those types of things, but 135 more rapes. Right now, we have 122. So we applied the same coding rules to last year that we have this year, and we're right in where we expected to be.
But other neighborhoods aren't going up as much as the downtown neighborhood is going up.
What you have to look at is policing throughout the city. Looking at one neighborhood for 1 year.
Well, we're talking 3-4 years. It's still up significantly.
Crime in downtown is down. It's down to since 2006. It's down 23% in total crime, 35% in violence. So they're contributing. I think a variety of factors. Just like you can't compare St. Louis to Chicago and New York, not every neighborhood is the same. Downtown has about 14,000 residents in downtown and downtown west. Other neighborhoods are much more densely packed. Some are less densely packed. So a variety of different reasons. This is predominantly a business tourist. You compare it to, you know, a St. Louis Hills or a Walnut Park. They have different dynamics. So you have to look at each individual neighborhood, the strategies in each neighborhood, and you're not going to see a one-for-one comparison throughout the city.
Thanks for your time. You got it? Did you get it?